When the clock is ticking down and the pressure is at its highest, there's one name NBA fans instantly think of: Damian Lillard. Known worldwide for his fearless confidence and jaw-dropping deep three-pointers, Lillard has built a reputation as one of the most clutch performers in basketball history. In the biggest moments, when the game is on the line and the crowd is holding its breath, Dame time begins. But what truly makes Damian Lillard the king of clutch moments? Is it just his shooting range that seems unlimited? Or is it his unshakable mentality, his calm body language, and his belief that no stage is too big for him? Time and time again, Lillard has delivered unforgettable buzzer beaters, series-ending shots, and fourth-quarter takeovers that have stunned opponents and electrified fans from being overlooked. Coming out of college to becoming one of the most respected guards in the league, his journey is built on confidence, resilience, and relentless work ethic. This is more than just highlights. This is the story of a player who embraces pressure instead of fearing it. So let's dive into the mindset moments and legacy behind the legend known as Dame Time. Before Damian Lillard became the face of Dame Time, he was simply a young player with big dreams and very little national attention. Unlike many NBA superstars who come from powerhouse college programs, Lillard played at Weber State, a smaller school that didn't receive much media coverage. Because of this, many scouts underestimated him. He wasn't surrounded by constant hype, and he didn't have the spotlight that top prospects usually enjoy. But what he did have was hunger. At Weber State, Lillard proved he was special. He consistently improved his scoring, leadership, and overall game. He showed deep shooting range, explosive drives, and a natural ability to take control in big moments. Despite suffering injuries during college, he came back stronger each time, building both physical and mental toughness. In the 2012 NBA Draft, Lillard was selected 6th overall by the Portland Trail Blazers. From the moment he entered the league, he played with confidence beyond his years. Won Rookie of the Year after averaging over 19 points per game, immediately showing he belonged among the best. What truly shaped him into a clutch superstar wasn't just talent, it was being overlooked. Doubt fueled him. He developed a fearless mentality because he had already proven people wrong his entire life. Every late-game situation became another opportunity to show the world who he really was. That mindset laid the foundation for the legend of Dame Time. Dame Time isn't just a nickname, it's a warning. It represents those final minutes of a close game when Damian Lillard flips a switch and becomes nearly unstoppable. Over the years, fans and commentators began noticing a pattern. When the pressure rises, Lillard performs at his absolute best. The phrase became iconic because of his confidence and composure. Lillard doesn't panic. He doesn't rush. His body language stays calm, almost emotionless, as if he already knows what's about to happen. Whether it's a deep three from 35 feet or a tough drive through defenders, he trusts his preparation and his ability. What separates Lillard from many great scorers is his mentality in clutch situations. Some players avoid the final shot because they fear failure. Lillard demands it. He wants the ball. He embraces responsibility. What to him, pressure is not something to escape, it's something to dominate. Statistics back it up. Year after year, Lillard ranks among the league leaders in clutch scoring. But beyond numbers, it's the confidence he brings to his teammates. When Dame is on the floor late in games, everyone believes they still have a chance. Dame Time became more than just a catchphrase, it became a symbol of fearless leadership. And every time Lillard taps his wrist to signal the moment, the entire arena knows one thing: the game is far from over. If there's one thing that defines Damian Lillard's legacy, it's his unforgettable game-winning shots. Throughout his career, Lillard has delivered some of the most dramatic moments in NBA history, and he's done it on the biggest stages. One of his earliest legendary moments came in 2014 during the playoffs against the Houston Rockets. With less than a second remaining, Lillard caught the inbound pass and drilled a three-pointer at the buzzer to win the series. It wasn't just a game winner, it was a series clincher. That shot instantly announced to the world that Damian Lillard was built for pressure. But perhaps his most iconic moment came in 2019 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. With the series tied and the clock winding down, Lillard pulled up from 37 feet, yes. 37 feet, and hit a cold-blooded three-over. Paul George to eliminate OKC. The wave goodbye that followed became one of the most unforgettable celebrations in modern NBA history. These shots weren't lucky. They were calculated, confident, and fearless. Lillard practices from deep range. He prepares for those exact moments. And when the opportunity comes, he doesn't hesitate. What makes these game winners special isn't just the distance or difficulty. It's the stakes. Playoff pressure. Season on the line. Crowd roaring, yet Lillard remains calm. Moments like these transformed him from a star player into a clutch legend. When fans talk about the greatest buzzer beaters ever, Damian Lillard's name is always part of the conversation. And every time he pulls up from deep, defenders know it could be the next historic shot. In an era where many NBA stars frequently change teams to chase championships, Damian Lillard built a reputation for something rare: loyalty. For years, he remained committed to the Portland Trail Blazers, embracing the challenge of leading a small-market franchise instead of forming super teams. Lillard never ran from responsibility. Instead of looking for shortcuts to success, he chose to carry the weight of expectations himself. He became the face of the franchise, the leader in the locker room, and the voice of confidence during tough seasons. Even when Portland faced injuries or roster limitations, Lillard stood firm, publicly expressing his belief in building something meaningful. His leadership goes beyond scoring. Teammates respect him because he leads by example, trains hard, speaks honestly, and holds himself accountable. In critical moments, he doesn't blame others, he steps up. That kind of mentality builds trust. Opponents also respect him. Around the league, players know Lillard competes with pride and heart. He doesn't talk excessively. He lets his game speak. And when it matters most, his actions inspire everyone around him. Loyalty doesn't always guarantee championships, but it builds legacy. Lillard showed that greatness isn't only about rings, it's about character, resilience, and standing by your values. Even as his career evolves, one thing remains clear. Damian Lillard's leadership defines him just as much as his clutch shots. He represents commitment in a league constantly chasing change, and that makes his story even more powerful. Damian Lillard's impact on the NBA goes far beyond his game-winning shots. He has helped redefine what it means to be a modern point guard. In today's league, deep three-point shooting is more important than ever, and Lillard is one of the biggest reasons why. His ability to consistently shoot from 30 to 40 feet forces defenses to extend far beyond the three-point line, creating space not just for himself, but for his entire team. Young guards across the world study his game, from his footwork to his pull-up range. Many players have tried to replicate the confidence and freedom he plays with. Lillard proved that you don't need to be the biggest or most physically dominant player to control a game skill. Composure and belief can be just as powerful. Statistically, he ranks among the greatest shooters and scorers of his era. Multiple All-Star selections, All-NBA honors, and countless clutch performances have cemented his place among the elite. Muck numbers only tell part of the story. His mindset, his confidence in pressure situations, and his willingness to take responsibility have influenced the culture of the league. Whenever discussions begin about the greatest clutch players in NBA history, Lillard's name is always mentioned alongside legends. He may not have multiple championships, but his moments are unforgettable. His shots live forever in highlight reels and fan memories. In the end, Damian Lillard's legacy is about fearless basketball. He changed how far good range truly goes, and he proved that when the clock is ticking. Few players in history are more dangerous than Dame. Damian Lillard's story is not just about talent, it's about mentality. From being overlooked in college to becoming one of the most feared clutch shooters in NBA history, he built his legacy through confidence, hard work, and courage. When the pressure rises and the game hangs in the balance, he doesn't hesitate. He attacks the moment. Dame time isn't just a celebration, it's a mindset. It represents preparation meeting opportunity. It represents belief when others doubt. And it represents a player who never backs down from the biggest stage. Whether it's a 37-foot playoff dagger or a fourth-quarter takeover. Lillard has given fans countless memories that will never fade. His leadership, loyalty, and fearless shot-making make him one of the most respected guards of his generation. And as long as there's time left on the clock, one thing will always be true: if Damian Lillard has the ball, the game is never over. That's the power of Dame Time.